because the way of corporations work, it's harder for them to become personal in social media. And I think that when you are authentic in social media, you're gonna go farther. You're gonna get deeper in your users. If they see that you are something or somebody that could be related with them in a personal way, then you're gonna have personal results from there. Yes, of course. I think that's the main mistake, at least for talking to me, because when somebody adds me as a corporation, I immediately or ban him or block or just I don't follow back. But if it's somebody that's talking like a human being about things that could be related with my life, because they saw my Twitter and they thought, okay, this girl is talking about blah 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 blah, so I want to follow her, then maybe I'm gonna see what is your timeline and what are you talking about, and then I'm going to follow. They're going to the internet just to find clients, not to meet people. And in this way, they're still based in the way that in the 90s we communicate, like a phone directory where you go and look for somebody and then you call and tell him, hi, I'm calling you from this magazine, I want to sell you, or
yeah, like a cold calling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that's why I think that mainly the corporations are doing wrong.
Yeah.
There are a few cases, and if you watch some musicians, they are doing quite well, because they already have this charm and this relation, this hot relation with people.
Yeah.
Just that they don't have the opportunity to talk personally, and when they go to social media, to Facebook, to Twitter, they have this space, this permanent interview with your fans.
Yeah.
So there are many cases that like label are doing well. I think that more than creative and business person is being human. And we as humans, we have personal relationships and we also buy things. And we have to think about what I'm going to eat tomorrow and how I'm going to get this money. So we buy a brand too, because when we get involved with this brand and we have good results, we're going to go back. So there's a moment where you don't have to ask if your product is good, because I've already tried.
Yeah.
But when you are creative, and today that you have to go to internet and start to deal with that issues of not being just somebody who's there thinking and creating things, and the business and the clients and the money falls to you.
Yeah.
You have to go and look for them, and you have to show your work, and you have to find a way to get through the right ways to the right people to see your work. Then you have to start thinking in business and using internet in this way. The reason I came to Brazil is because I'm really interested in Latin America, and I think that if we as a continent we make stronger relations, we're gonna have a better future in many ways. Of course in politics, of course in economy, of course in business, but also in other human aspects like friendship and like traveling and like having fun. And when I thought about Brazil in my life, I always found that there was a barrier. I couldn't know many things about Brazil. I couldn't travel easy to Brazil because I didn't have any friend there, and so I decided to come here to see what's going on, to see if it's real. And I find that not only because of the language, but because of their personality as country, they are really looking to itself. too inside. They're like looking their history, their culture, their music, their everything. They don't look around South America, and South America doesn't look to Brazil for a few things.
Yeah.
So in internet, I think that they're the same, and an example of that is Orkut, a network, a social network that only works out here, and it's full of Brazilian people. And I think that Orkut still is alive because of Brazil. So that's a clear symptom of that isolation of the country.
So when Brazilians move to Facebook, Orkut will be like MySpace.
Yes, kind of, or high five, or yes, I think that and that's happening. And now we're not. Before coming here, I met somebody from Brazil, so I started to build a network online of Brazilian people. And now that I'm here, I saw that Brazilian people is starting to have friends from other countries, and to get interest about music of other places. Even now, I can talk to somebody and ask him about cumbia, which is a music from Colombia that is spread in all Latin America, and they know what I'm talking about. And I think that it's thanks to internet, to the possibility of connect in other ways. Well, initially it wasn't going to be online. This project was going to be just in the offline world with some new donors that could be interested in giving money for potatoes. But when we get involved in that project, then we started to think, but we certainly have to do something online. Not only because we want to make some documentaries about potatoes, some stories that we have already filmed, but because we have to give these donors a platform to be recognized and to be part of something that they could share with their people. Send a link. Look, I'm here. I gave money for this project. And then we started to build a website, and we found that maybe it had to be online. Almost 100% online, and we started to build a platform of payments and donating online, and open it to the common people, and to give the opportunity to anyone that went to Roots4Life.org to give money to save potatoes. But why? Why are you going to save potatoes if they are just chips? Because potatoes are a lot of things. There are many varieties with many characteristics that make them special. For example, there are some potatoes that can grow in desert, and there are stories of Rwanda going out of hungers with potatoes. And when people read this and see this in movies online, they start to find that potatoes are cool. That okay, they are not only chips in McDonald's, they are also a good way to save the world, because they are a good way to save the world. So that's how we build all the way website for this campaign. I think definitely, because the way they are created, the way they work, they are too rigid. I don't know the first corporation that is not in this way, and if they are changing, it's because they are taking those people who are creative and who really knew how was the business going to be 6 years ago, and taking them to their organizations to reconstruct their organizations. In this case, I think they're wise, because they're wanting to change, but still there are too many few cases. But they have to do it. If they want to go further, they have to take more risks. Not only talking about money, talking about ideas, about being creative and change a little bit their business model.